Special thanks to Scranton Road Promotional Marketing for sponsoring today's Overtime. They invest in the city. You can get your promotional swag from them for your company, your church, or whatever. So Jannelle has got a problem. Her shirt even says coffee, smile, laugh, repeat.
Yeah.
She didn't even follow
What's
the advice
up?
of her shirt. You didn't repeat.
Repeat the coffee?
Yeah.
I'm really mad about that, actually.
You can't leave, you know. We're going to go long today in this overtime.
He was telling people how to feel, this Brian. He's always telling people what to do all the time. And so he's
Somebody
like,
has to tell him.
I don't understand. Why are you going to go to church and leave feeling disappointed? Who does that? You don't know the reasons? There's all kinds of reasons people could feel disappointed after going to church.
There's a lot of dumb reasons people would leave feeling disappointed.
There are.
That are unhealthy. Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like Jannelle leaves church disappointed all the time.
Have you ever left church feeling disappointed?
And they go through today's church service. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Jannelle's church, where we only meet Jannelle's needs. If you walk away disappointed, I'm sorry. Today was about Jannelle.
Have you ever left?
Let's pray.
Okay. Wow, hold on.
What are you doing?
This is really raggedy. Have you ever left church feeling disappointed?
I'm sure I have. Not for good reasons.
Never for good reasons? Are there good reasons?
Sarah and I left a church that we got married in because I felt like there wasn't enough, like he wasn't teaching the totality of Scripture. He was teaching a lot of he wasn't given the law ever. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't necessarily walk away convicted of sin.
Okay.
You'd walk away feeling encouraged about some cool stories and about that really awesome guy named Jesus.
Okay.
And so I'd feel disappointed at the depth he would go into. Mm-hmm. And so I solved that problem.
We had a call just like that.
So I solved that
you had a problem with her.
How do you think I solved that problem?
You talked to him.
I did. I wrote him a letter and I left.
Wow.
It's not the Brian
What if
church
the Lord had you there to challenge
to force him
and
to
change
preach
that?
to my level of satisfaction?
The Lord can speak through people. And maybe that
Sure
was
he can. And there's some churches that I may think aren't doing a good enough job of preaching right, but just because it doesn't meet my preferences doesn't mean that they need to change. Sometimes it means that I need to change. So I left.
So how do you identify when it is a point that you should push your disappointment? Churches have grown and transformed for people just like that stay around and push. And obviously that's outside of just Sunday, but when you're disappointed at church,
I think
because your solution's always, if you don't like it, just leave.
Well,
we all do that.
If they're preaching heresy, I think we have an obligation in church to say something. Talk to the elders, talk directly to the pastor, or whatever it is. But I don't think you necessarily have to stick around until they fix that problem. If they refuse to fix it, leave.
Wow, you leave easily.
Because the Bible says that. Like at some point when someone refuses to respond to correction, biblical correction, you just leave.
Yeah.
Shake the dust off your sandals and go.
Yeah.
I
just think people leave easily. And in terms of staying around and being part of the change that you believe. Now, I guess that is kind of altruistic of you, or maybe that's the wrong word, to believe, the Lord's speaking through me and the change needs to come because I see it needs to come. But what if he is? Or maybe there's a small group, and we do that. We don't commit to churches the way people used to before.
No, we don't.
And is that okay? And why is that okay?
I think there's something to say about, when you... Okay, see, if I back up even further, the philosophical/political concept of the social contract. It's not a real thing. But the social contract for a developed society with government is that I agree to give up some of my rights for the collective good in order for society to be safe and thriving. Mm-hmm. And so in so doing, the people gather and they give consent to the governed, or to the government to govern them. And in so doing, they give up some of their rights. And that principle, I think, applies well in a sense to Christians. Like when you gather with a group of people, you in a sense are doing so for the better of the group, not at the whims of the individual.
Yeah.
So for example, let's say the music isn't as good as you like. My answer is suck it up. Calm down and just deal with it. It's not about you. Somebody loves the music. And maybe you can connect well in a small group, grow further in your faith from the message. Maybe it's that Bible study in the church that makes a difference, that deep friend group you've developed, the believers that stick around. Like if you're looking for the perfect church that meets all your needs, you better leave now because you're there. Yeah. And you are a mess.
We're going to read your comments, but I got a problem.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is so nasty.
What is your problem now?
So in my meal plan, peanut butter, I had to, and I was trying to I'm like, okay, let me try this thing. This is so nasty. And I'm going to keep eating it. Because I was like, yo, it's like you said, maybe you're the problem. So I said, everybody likes peanut butter. Maybe I got problems. Yo, you guys.
You are the only person I've ever met.
I am trying.
That isn't allergic to peanut butter. That says they don't want to eat it.
I tried. Are you proud that I tried, though?
You're so messed up. Okay, you're eating mango in the shower.
Nasty.
You're eating chips in your husband's side of the bed. And you're putting peanut butter in a plastic bag.
Well, because I had to do peanut butter and...
Of course that looks nasty.
It tastes nasty.
Looks like you got a dirty diaper in there.
Kelly says it is hard to be in a milk church when you're seeking meat.
I agree, Kelly. Here's my response to that. Jannelle, correct me on this. Your church may be dramatically meeting the needs of a lot of people in that church.
Yes.
And if you've outgrown the level of depth that you're getting there, then with God's blessings, leave.
Yeah, but I would be slow to leave. I told you of a season when I was in a very deep Bible study. And then I would spend many hours a day. It was awesome. I had no kids in the Bible. It would have been unfair for me to think or to be frustrated that the sermon wasn't meeting me at my level. Because like you said, you got the entire congregation. You know, so some churches have growth groups or small groups that are at different levels. And so you don't think some people think it's too much, too deep. Like, shouldn't we kind of fix our expectations of sermons? You have people at all spiritual levels.
That's right.
For 45 minutes. You're really going to ask the pastor? Because then, like, if they go really deep with someone, let's say they meet my needs. My dad could be sitting right next to me and be like, I'm not coming back.
About. But I think it's upon the responsibility is upon the more mature believer to find something to pull out of a message.
Yes.
You're not too good for that more milk message. You still need. I mean, if you're the meat person, a little bit of milk's not going to hurt you today.
No.
Pull something
and I
out
remember
of it.
in that season, there would be questions that would come up that, like you said, you'll pull something out that you're like, oh, I could dig into this another time. Or, yeah, I think I would handle that in prayer, but with more humility of like, dude, there's all kinds of people here at different levels. I would rather the people who are less mature be reached, because I'm thinking of my dad. That's their opportunity. I got all week. I got growth group to get deep and to be served. It shouldn't be for me on a Sunday. Eva says, I think sometimes leaving is better than staying in a toxic church environment. I watch people complain about their church every Sunday, about the people, the practices, the politics. And this is before, during, and after the sermon. When do they get fed if they aren't receiving anything?
If you are sitting there complaining and feeling disappointed all the time, get out.
Wow.
Stop ruining a community with your bad attitude.
That's true.
With God's blessings. Go somewhere where you like it. I don't get why people feel so entitled that if they're not happy with the way church is doing something, that the church must cave to their desires.
Yeah, and preference.
It's so selfish.
Ooh, you feel very strongly about it. Are you okay? Did you experience some of this?
When you serve in ministry leadership at a church, yes.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend who was a worship leader, and he'd have this one guy every Sunday come and critique something he did. He'd be like, great job today. By the way, Mighty Fortress, too slow.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I say, shut your mouth. Do you know who gets to pick the tempo? The worship leader.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, go like this. La 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 la. Or get out. You're discouraging people with your negativity.
Mary has what she calls a rant a little bit. She says, as one of the worship leaders in my church, it is very discouraging when the partial congregation, if not most, do not sing. I'm not a soloist or just part of a performing group. I'm one of the worship leaders. We want you to sing along. I'm not an entertainer. Worship if is supposed to be in your heart. The songs are carefully chosen to promote worship.
Good point, Mary Jane. I know there are some church cultures like that. In Jannelle's case, I think you'd be like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please, don't sing.
That's
Everybody
right.
else,
That's right.
sing with all your heart. Jannelle, pretend that you're singing. Just kidding. Are you a good singer? I don't even know.
I mean, like for a big choir, like a big choir.
Like you can find the pitch.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But I do agree. In fact, I really liked that one of my worship leaders years ago. When people applauded, he was like, this is not a concert. Like where it's, because I see that where it can become like an entertainment. And he's like, no, we're worshiping together.
Here's the next question, though. Is it possible for you to worship without singing?
Mary, she was on
Like, I have times where I feel totally in a mode of worship, and I'm just taking it in. I'm closing my eyes. I'm not singing along. I'm just listening and letting it and letting my heart meditate. But I get her point. People who come to church going like, entertain me. No, that's not the purpose of worship.
Eva says, my mom's church preaches to situations that I've already overcome over a decade ago, but the people there definitely benefit from it. My church preaches to who I am today and where I want to be. And when I found that church, I left my mom's church because I need to be fed.
Yeah.
Messed up.
I think we had a connection problem again.
All right. Peace out, my people.
Hold on a minute.
Jannelle.
Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, on Jannelle's Gmail, there's 58,000.
I tried
No.
to delete. I deleted all my...
58,000.
Guess what happened? My lender asked me for a document that's in my estate planning documents from 6 years ago. 6 years ago. Then I was like, okay, I have the hard copy. Did the lawyer give me the digital version? 6 years ago. Guess what I could do? All I did was go on Yahoo and search, and all my estate documents are on there. I was like, yo, if I would have clicked delete, all of that would have been gone.
You know what I'm going to say to you?
All of that would have been gone. Thank you.
So your strategy is save everything. Or let me give you a couple options.
Thank you.
One option would be have a folder in your email that says important stuff. And then when you get a letter from the lawyer, you put it in the important stuff folder. And then when you get a note from Big Lots
You delete.
and Target and Mom Blog or whatever, you hit delete. Another option, when an important document comes in, you right-click on it and you save it on your computer.
What if
You delete the
your
email.
computer is like all wiped out?
You are hopefully on some sort of cloud-based server like I am on Dropbox, and it's not a problem. Problems? I don't know.
I
But
found
somebody
my
in
documents.
this room.
That's all I'm saying. If I would have listened to you, I would have been
Girl.
like, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. I have 0 emails. Charles says, thank you, Kelly. Eva says, I have like 70,000. And I searched like that too. Thank you, Eva, because we are awesome. We don't got time to delete. We don't got time for that.
What do you
So
have time
we
for?
find everything.
This is one, we need to do a whole episode on what she has time for. What do you have time for?
Time. Listen how it is. Ideally, if the Lord was like, okay, I'll provide everything you want. I have time to do what he created me to do, which is to strategize, plan, all of that, think. And then he would provide me with people that do all of that stuff. Delete emails, go grocery shopping, get me food.
So,
I don't have time
but you didn't include some stuff in there.
Cook.
So you have time to eat mangoes in the shower.
Yeah, that's resting my mind.
You have time to eat chips on your husband's side of the bed.
Yup, I do.
You have time to surf Facebook.
I do. I do it on the fly.
But
I do it on the fly.
if you had an assistant, you'd be spending all your time strategizing.
I would. I strategize on Facebook. I find some like good deals on Facebook.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Facebook
Can't miss. And you
Marketplace.
gotta be quick.
You do.
Thank you. Len knows what's
Put
up.
in your bid.
I guess you get to decide for yourself who you
Thank
believe.
you, y'all.
and what you
Eva
believe.
knows what's up. I see you, Eva. She has to talk to us. That's right, Eva. Can you imagine if I was like, excuse me, y'all, I don't have time for overtime. I gotta delete my emails. Hello, no. I gotta do other things. Eva says snaking is more important than deleting. What is that?
I have no idea.
Angie says Jannelle's a big thinker. She don't have time for all that other stuff. Thank you. Can you imagine grocery shopping? Oh my goodness.
No, here we go. Jannelle Pickin. Here we go. I will sit in my van while my children play in the snow. I will eat my burrito and give my children plain hot dogs. I don't pump my own gas. Yeah, but she'd spend all her time
That's
Yeah.
right.
strategizing,
That's right.
planning. No rest for Jannelle.
That's right. Thank you.
Showers, quick. No eating. Quick shower. No eating. I asked Len.
Snacking. Yes, girl. I'm sorry.
I
That's
asked
right.
Len if he knew his wife was eating mangoes in the shower, and he goes, "Man, after you find a bunch of fruit peels in the shower, you start wondering what's going on in there." You leave the peels in there?
Oh my goodness, he's exaggerating. You couldn't believe that.
Did you see she didn't answer?
Think about
she
it.
She didn't answer.
You can believe it?
She does this. You have to listen very carefully to her. She won't answer questions, but it feels like she did. You leave the peels in there.
No, that's crazy.
Whose job is it to pick up your mango peels?
The kids? Whoever's after me.
You are a mess.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We love y'all. Snacking is more important than deleting. Woo-hoo! Thank you. Tammy, what's up? Mike, what's up? Eva. That would make it easier for a hacker to find your important stuff. Eva,
Eva, you don't know what you're talking about.
That is true, Eva. Thank you. Charles says, Jannelle, you have some strong genes. Your mom, you, and your daughter look like, strong genes. Mini versions of each other. Aww. Yeah, I have a little girl, and she's my twin. And then Raina, oh my gosh, she's like Len's twin. And I'm going to tell you a secret. This is going to sound messed up. Miss Anita, you can hear it. It was very ungrateful, I know, but still. So after 4 boys, I'm waiting for my girl. A little bit with a bad attitude. You know, like I had dared tell the Lord, like, yo, I'm just asking you for one. I hated hearing about people having a boy and a girl. I'm like, yo, I just want one girl. Finally, the girl comes. She looked nothing like me and had no hair. I was like, and then you don't know if you're gonna have
It's like
another girl.
Len in a diaper.
Oh my God. And you know, guys do this too. You want, like, I was just like, what?
Len's like, I want my daughter to look like you, honey. I don't know. No, she's so cute.
But
She is so
then,
cute.
and then you don't know, she's like gorgeous and she's very diva and awesome.
So she's more like you in personality.
She's awesome, but I wanted, and so you know how like you got that girl, you don't know if you're gonna have another one. I was like, this is it. And she's awesome, but I was like, wow. And so Nia came after, and she's like my twin. So I don't care if it's cute or not, but she looks like me. That's all that matters.
Aw.
That's what I'm gonna tell her when she's a teen. I don't care if the boys like it. You look just like me. Kathy says I kind of get put off when worship is more about the musician's talent. It's more like a rock concert. I think a famous Christian leader wrote a song about getting back to the heart of worship. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry though. I get that, but I've been to services where the band's on point. That can get you like places. So like really, we want subpar music.
Honestly, great solos can bring me into a point of worship.
Yo.
High levels of musicianship. Yeah.
So how do you differentiate?
It's preference. One of the
What
most
was she
worshipful
saying?
moments that I ever saw was when a violinist did a solo.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
played a solo instrumental piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the most worshipful moments I've had in church. Somebody else would have been like, what is this, a performance?
Right.
It's subjective. It really is. There are things, though, where I think you can go, yeah, this group is performing. They're not
Like
worshiping.
what? How can you tell?
It's intangible. It's hard to know.
Charles is laughing. He said, "Len in a diaper." That is funny though. You gotta see her. It's like her smile is the same. It's
Her
crazy.
nose is the same.
Like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. She thinks she's dark skinned.
Her
and Len's
complexion is the
lighter
same as
than
his.
me, and she walks around talking about, "I'm dark chocolate. I'm dark chocolate."
What's Len's complexion? Kind of like this.
Exactly. Yeah, that girl. Sarah says, Jannelle, after 3 brothers and 3 sons, I gave up hope of having a girl. My girl was born and everyone said, she looks just like your mother-in-law. Girl! Oh my goodness. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Because what I really want to say, and Lisa, if you're there, you know what I'm talking about. She really looks like Lisa. She really, especially when she was young.
So she looks great.
And I was like, dude, my sister-in-law, not her own mom, but Raina loves to hear, you look just like Lisa, you look just like your dad. Kathy says it's their attitude. Oh, about the. Charles says when worship leaders are so in tune with the Spirit and the pastor's like, we're going to let them do the service.
Yeah.
Kimberly says, yes, Jannelle, our worship team is amazing and works hard to get the congregation to a place of great worship. I appreciate them so much. Angie says, there are times when my most intimate worship involves no music, but times when the music just causes me to weep.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got to get out of here.
We got.
Jannelle's got to go strategize.
I do. I got to go think for my baby. Len knows what's up.
She's got to
thank you.
Take the kids to the park while she sits in the car, send them and get her Chipotle for her.
That's right.
Order her Instacart to get frustrated when it takes too long, or get someone else's order at her door and eat it. Like she did with the cake that ended up at her front door from Instacart.
That so messed up.
She was eating it going, I don't know what you did, but I didn't order this cake.
Oh my gosh, a big old chocolate cake, my favorite. And a big, like 2 dozen yellow roses. And I was like, whoa, somebody, like.
Yes.
So she's like, Instacart, I ordered some food, but this is not it. Feel good though. Thanks for this.
Isn't that and then I called Instacart because I didn't get my order.
Oh.
And they were like, we're showing that they were in your area. And I told Giselle, oh my gosh, Giselle. It was good though. Oh, it was good.
Wasn't yours, but it tasted great.
Miss Anita says, Brian's on fire. She said something else, but we gotta go. Well, Miss Anita said something else. Did she? Oh.
I teach from bed. That's what she says. I teach from my bed, so I can strategize all day.
Oh my gosh, I do strategize. I wish.
Eat in bed naked? Do that all the time.
Wow. That was delivered to the wrong house. It was good though. It was so good. Woo.
Most people would go, excuse me, Instacart, I've got this cake here and flowers. I'm concerned that someone's waiting for this.
You know what it was?
For their celebration.
Yes. When I was,
could you come here? Janelle's like, I just ate it.
You know, when I was exposed
and bring me my food. I didn't order this.
It was when I was doing the radio from the basement. And I was like, oh, look. Somebody sent me this.
You did not think that.
I was like,
who would do that?
Exactly.
Len's trying so hard to make sure nobody knows where you live.
Hey, it was good. It made sense in my